Hi, this is Mike Brown, owner of Death Wish Coffee Company. Welcome to Fueled by Deathcast.
I love Jeff, but sweet and hot. Whoop, Mr. Motorama coffee spot.
Death Wish Coffee presents Fueled by Deathcast, the world's strongest podcast. With your hosts, the incredible Jeff and the amazing D-Man.
Welcome everybody to Fueled by Death Show, and a happy 4th of July to all of you out there.
Ooh, you got any good plans for 4th of July, Jeff?
No. Nope.
Really?
Nope. Just making sure that you guys are enjoying this awesome show.
Are you shooting off any fireworks or
Maybe.
eating a
I'm going to definitely eat a grilled meat.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
That's enough celebration for me, Jeffrey.
Yes, eating a grilled meat will be good, but boy, has the weather been just brutal.
Yeah, man.
Here in upstate New York, and I know a lot of you across the nation are dealing with it too. Heat waves, central. Holy crap! It got up to 100 and something over here on Monday, to the point where our entire warehouse was just like, "Screw you! I'm done. I'm done for the day," and all the power just died.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did we know why the power went out?
Just a brownout. That happens a lot in those types of situations.
Yeah, everybody turns their air conditioning up to high and just stresses out.
Which
everything.
I do apologize. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't think you can, but we do have our air conditioner running full board.
We're not rolling those dice. It's still really hot.
Yeah, today. But holy crap, it's been hot.
It's summertime. It's great to complain about the heat after they've been hearing us complain
about
about the snow, the piles of snow that we got all winter.
We're just a bunch of complainers up here in upstate New York.
Well, we have like a month,
Yeah.
like maybe 2 months at two different parts of the year where we have perfect conditions.
Yes.
It's beautiful out. It's sunny. You want to be outside all the time, but it's 2 months.
Yeah.
it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. The rest is like super humid, muggy, way too hot, rainy, shitty summer.
It's true.
Or freezing, cold, icy, snow up to your face every day until the end of April.
Yeah.
It's crazy here.
It is. But we'll get through it all. We'll all get through it together.
It makes us tough.
It does. It makes us very tough.
It makes us mean, Jeff.
And speaking of us, I am the incredible Jeff.
I'm the amazing D-Man, but only because I deal with this horrible weather up here. It makes me amazing.
And we'd love it if you followed us over on social media. Our social media of choice is Instagram, but we also do Facebook and Twitter. It's really easy. I am at Jeff Wish Coffee.
And I am at John Swedish.
Jeez. Well, you keep hearing Dustin throw out these other names. It is employees here, so I mean, you can follow them.
Oh, I just want people to follow John Swedish. He has it on private now, but if you keep on bugging him, he'll let you in. He'll let you in. I'm actually at Deathwish Dustin if you want to see cool posts about any of the boxes that I make here.
It's true. It's true. We'll get to that later on in the show. We love thanking our good friend, Brock Powell.
BrockFox.com.
Seriously, go on over to BrockFox.com. Follow him on all social media at Brock
Salsa Media.
Yeah! Brock is the voice actor behind all the voices on this show and 1,000 others out in the world. He's doing some incredible cool stuff this year, and it just keeps getting better for him. We love him so much.
Speaking of incredible cool stuff, NASA.
I just got back from NASA.
Look at the cool shirt Jeff got me.
Yeah, met a guy from SpaceX who loves Death Wish Coffee, so he gave us some shirts.
Oh, he gave these to you?
Yeah.
It's awesome. I thought there was like a SpaceX gift shop.
No, there probably was. I didn't see it, but yeah, no, he gave us those. You can't even find those anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, those are the Falcon Heavy shirts to celebrate when Elon Musk, the crazy supervillain genius that he is, rocketed his own Tesla into space
with a dude
Yeah.
in the driver's seat. That's so ridiculous. You had to do that, right? You have to put a dude in there.
Yeah, of course.
Ridiculous.
Of course. But what an incredible experience I had. And just so you guys know, next week I'm going to recap the whole thing with Dustin. I got a bunch of awesome photos and video that I'm going to compile into next week's show. And basically just going to have you interview me about my experience.
I'll tell you what, from here, it looked amazing.
Yeah.
It looked, I mean, we've talked about this before where everybody was freaking out because they didn't know SpaceX was launching a rocket and everybody was like, UFO.
Yeah, a couple years ago over LA. Yeah.
It looked like that times 10.
Yeah, it really did. And I also can't wait. Next week, we'll also recap what happened here. We at Death Wish HQ threw a watch party at 5 in the morning, thinking, probably some of the locals will show up. And you guys had over 100 people in like 9 news channels.
Dude,
here.
it was ridiculous. I was a little bit late, so I was rushing here.
Yeah.
And so I came in through the back way like I usually do, and I walk out, and all the news crews and all the people are there.
Thrown to
and
the wolves.
Mike slaps his hand on my shoulder. He's like, Dustin will do it. And then as soon as he says that, there's somebody put an earpiece in my ear and a microphone through my shirt, and they're like, all right, we're going live in 30 seconds. You can hear somebody talking in your ear now.
Have coffee
Oh, my God.
first.
Yeah. And I said that. I was like, can I have coffee real quick? We were out of coffee at that moment. There were so many people here that we weren't ready for the initial rush of caffeine consumption. And it was awesome.
I can't talk about this experience enough. I can't wait to share it all with you next week. And I can't thank all of you enough for enjoying our product, because it's people like you that have helped us achieve incredible feats like this. Like our coffee right now, as I'm speaking to you, is being enjoyed by the astronauts in the International Space Station.
What do you think? Well, you think they like it?
I think they do. I like the instant version.
Yeah, it was actually pretty impressive.
I think they're gonna like it a lot.
John was like, try this. And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is like not even hot. This is like warm. It's like room temperature instant coffee. I'm not drinking this. He's like, just try it. It's disgusting. Of course it's disgusting.
Because it was lukewarm.
It's 102 degrees out, and I'm
But made
drinking.
right, it really tasted
Oh
good.
yeah,
I was impressed.
piping hot. It's a delicious cup of coffee, and I hope as I'm talking right now, they are just drinking it down and feeling the rush of caffeine, and they look out into space and look deeper than they ever have before.
Yeah, right?
And they see a little green man floating by.
Jeez. Well, like I said, next week we'll recap all of that, and hopefully maybe I'll even have some feedback from some of the astronauts up there. I don't know. We'll see.
That'd be great.
If this is your first time watching this show, this is the drill. If you're watching this show live, you have a chance to win a mug, and all you got to do is share the feed and drop a comment in those comments anytime during the show, and we're going to pick one lucky comment at the end to win our brand new industrial mug.
Love this mug.
Love this mug.
I love this mug the day I heard it coming because Thomas leaned over my desk. He said he handed me this mug.
Yes, the test one.
And he was like, what do you think of this glaze? And I was like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever
So
seen.
cool.
I love this jean-looking glaze. Anyway, because I reacted so intensely, he was like, "You want this mug?" And I've been drinking out of this mug every day since. I have not put it down. I love it. I love the jean glaze. It looks amazing. And you can get it now. All you have to do is share what you're looking at right now and leave a comment, and you get this awesome mug, and we'll sign the bottom, and everybody will win.
Yes. Well, one person will win.
Well, we'll win too.
We'll win too.
Secret code unlocked. Discount of death.
This week, if you type in the discount code FINN, Jeff, spell it.
That's with 2 N's. FINN.
That will nail you an awesome 15% off of everything on deathwishcoffee.com until Wednesday, July 11th. That's FINN, FINN, 15% off of everything. Jeff, why?
Well, it's because this week is another one of our employee episodes. And if you know this show, every time we have an employee on, you get 15% off of everything with that secret code. And it's Finn because that is the middle name of the employee that you're going to meet later on in this episode.
And it's going to be awesome.
It is.
Science!
Let me guess. Space.
Yes, because that's where the cool news is.
Also the world's strongest coffee.
Yeah. I'm going to steal this joke from John Oliver. On a recent John Oliver, he said that science is just math disguised as space and dinosaurs, so it seems cooler.
Well, it is.
It is.
It seems cooler because it is.
But yeah, we're going to go into space because one of our favorite topics that we've talked a lot about on this show is still producing data even though it doesn't exist anymore.
That's crazy.
That is the Cassini spacecraft. Cassini and the scientists that are still pouring through all that data recently found complex organic molecules on Enceladus, which is one
Mexican
of the moons.
dish.
Yeah, which is one of the moons orbiting around Saturn. And if you don't know about Cassini, Cassini was the probe that we sent out to really study the planet and study all of the moons, and it was incredible the amount of data it was able to get. We didn't think it was going to last for as long as it did, and it had its final run last year. We chronicled it on this show as it careened into the atmosphere and broke up into pieces, but we even got data as it was doing that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was incredible.
Rest in peace, Cassini.
Yeah. This is an artist rendering
We'll
of
miss you.
what we're looking at, because this moon has a very icy crust. And back in 2015, it was first reported that there appeared to be jets of material being released from fractures along the moon's south pole, but we couldn't really confirm or deny that. We didn't know if it was just a trick of the camera, or if they was being released, or if it was just water vapor. What it was, we didn't really have any idea. Now scientists have found that complex carbon-rich material with molecular masses above 200 atomic mass units are indeed injected from cracks on the surface. This is a photo, actually, of the moon taken from Cassini.
Whoa.
And just to put that into a little bit of perspective for science out there, when I say that this carbon-rich material has molecular masses above 200 atomic mass, think of back to your 7th grade science with the periodic table. Periodic table starts with hydrogen at 1, which is a 1 atomic mass. Carbon, I believe, is 6 or 7 on the periodic table, okay? Above 200 means that these are compounds. These aren't just an element being released. It's not just carbon being released. It's actual other organics compounding together to make a chain, which is the building blocks of life. That's why this is very, very surprising.
Interesting.
We know now that there is a subsurface ocean under Enceladus and under its icy crust, and these jets spew water vapor from its depths, which is really, really cool. It's the first ever detection of complex organics coming from an extraterrestrial water world. Dr. Frank Postberg, one of the main researchers, scientists on this project, said. Also, Dr. Nozair Kawaha also added, we found large molecule fragments that show structures typical for very complex organic molecules. These huge molecules contain a complex network often built from hundreds of atoms of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and likely nitrogen that form ring-shaped and chain-like substructures. Again, that's building blocks of life right there.
And water.
In water, yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
What's in there, Jeff?
What's in there? Exactly.
Oh
Your
my God.
imagination goes nuts.
It could just be the breath of a monster.
It could be.
Coming to the surface. What's in there, Jeff?
I don't know.
God, space freaks me out again.
These findings are just fragments of complex... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, these findings are just fragments of complex organic material, and it would take another visit to the moon with better technology to analyze them further. And I can say that we have no plans on sending another probe out to Saturn at this time, but maybe this will put the fire under whoever's butts needs that fire to make that happen, because it would be great to get something else out there now that we're getting this data back.
I want to know what's in there, Jeff.
Yeah.
What's in there?
There is an incredible website out there that I'm going to put up right here. It's saturn.jpl.nasa.gov, and it breaks down everything you've ever wanted to know about Cassini, which is this spacecraft right here. It's awesome. Interactive 3D maps of this that you can click on, the different things, movies, papers, all the data that it's found that's been released to the public so far. It's really, really cool. The Cassini mission was the perfect example of planetary study. In fact, it was the proof positive that we could do something that we're doing right now at Jupiter with the Juno mission. And this revealed so much about Saturn and its moons, and JPL released this really cool recap video of the 13-year-long mission of Cassini that I'm going to play for you guys right now. That's why we talk about space a lot on
Oh
this show.
man,
because
that was epic.
Yeah, there's real photos and video mixed with animation in there, and some of the sounds you heard were actual recorded sound from Saturn as well.
And as incredible as they can make those animations look, I'm sure if you're there, it's even more incredible.
Someday, maybe even in our lifetime, maybe not, but maybe in our lifetime, humanity will actually look upon the planet of Saturn with their own eyes. We might have a manned mission to orbit the planet and be able to view it as humanity.
Heart palpitations, man.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
It's
We will
so
always talk about this mission. We've been talking about this mission since the beginning of this show. We'll constantly bring it up because the amount of data that Cassini got is mountains and mountains of data that these scientists
I'm sure they just started picking it apart.
Yeah, they really did. That's why this was just published in a paper just last week, and I'm sure there'll be many more discoveries about this incredible planet as the months and years go on, and we'll be right here talking about it.
I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, it's that time again for Death Star of the Week, where we highlight one of the incredible community members out there. And this week, we went across the pond to meet one of the guys who is been with, a fan of this company since pretty much the beginning, Mr. Timmy Medley. And as I say every episode, if you're not a part of the Facebook group, the official Death Wish Coffee Company community page, it's a mouthful, on Facebook, get on over there because you can meet all these people for real. But if you've never met Timmy, you're going to meet him right now. Cool. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Timmy.
Yes.
From the future. How is it in the future?
Oh, well, we're 5 hours plus, yes. The sky is still bright and we've got this red ball of fire in the sky.
Weird.
Unusual for England.
I was gonna say, you get like sun like twice a year, right?
Yeah, probably 3 times. But it's pretty good. It's pretty warm today, so we're all right.
Awesome. Well, okay, so I got to start this off. Being in England, I got to know, how was the first time you ever heard about Death Wish Coffee?
Right. Yeah. Well, the first time I heard about Death Wish Coffee, I was off work. I wasn't working, a little bit down, depressed, and what shall I do? But I do love coffee, and I like strong coffee. So I just typed in the world's strongest coffee. It's just
there you go.
A cliche now, isn't it? It's just one of them things where you type in Google, and there come Death Wish Coffee, and I've been with you ever since.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So,
that was about December 2013.
That's what I was going to ask.
So right towards the beginning.
Before you were there.
Yeah. Way before.
Yeah, you've been following the company almost since the beginning. That's crazy.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, first of all, when I was on Twitter and Facebook, more Twitter at that time and more Facebook now, and it was just that little bit of like interaction with the company. I don't know who was on the other side at the time, whether it was Taya or Kane or anybody. But it was just that little bit of interaction, and it just meant you felt part of the company. You get what I'm saying?
Oh.
Or a friend of the company rather than just a customer.
Yeah, no, we strive for that, for sure. We still do.
Yeah, and ever since then, I've just really, really been into your life. It's gone crazy. You can see behind me, mugs.
Yeah.
Mug Life. Yeah, Mug Life Madness UK chapter.
Your mug collection is epic. I gotta ask, what was the first mug in your collection?
Right, the first mug in my collection was the OG, the 2014 OG, and that was the only one I was going to get.
Of course.
I thought, well, that's it. I've got good coffee. I've got a good mug, and to me, it tastes better out of the mug. I don't know whether that's true, whether it really happens, but the quality mugs, handmade. They really are good mugs, and I don't know, it just tastes better out of them.
It just feels good to hold.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they really are good. Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite mug in your collection?
Right. Well, my ultra favourite one has to be.
Yeah.
The Beast. On the run up to the Super Bowl commercial, we were voting like crazy. My mum's 82, she doesn't drink coffee. She was voting though. So basically, I was just trying to whip round a few people and stuff, and then this was a little, appreciation present from your good selves at Dustin Coffee.
Yes.
So and that's got to be my favourite, but I've got others as well. This was a gift from somebody upstate New York.
Oh wow.
South Glen Falls he lives. I won't name his name, but a really, really, really good friend of everybody's at Death Wish Coffee, I'd imagine. So I've been gifted some stuff, and I've traded one or two things as well. The only mug I'm missing at the moment, other than the golden ticket ones, is the creamy Valhalla Java.
Oh yeah,
So
that one.
That wasn't really one that was for sale. I don't know what happened there. I just didn't manage to get one of those. But maybe one day if it turns up, that's it.
Yeah,
I got the Ricky Rackman. That was.
Yeah.
He was auctioning these off, the signed ones, on his first Ricky Rackman ride in 2014, and there was a little bit of an eBay. I think he was auctioning on eBay, and I was just going, $100. I thought that's my maximum, and I got it for $110, which was the money went to St Jude, Children's Hospital over there, and I thought, well, that's a good donation. I'll do that. And I won the mug on eBay. I mean, people pay crazy money nowadays for them, but I wouldn't part with that for anything.
That is so cool, and I noticed you've got the Ricky's Ride 2018 shirt on today too.
Yes. Well, it says some of the big melange. Well, my name's Medley. Melange is a bit of a medley, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, and T-shirts. I've got about 20 different T-shirts. I think I've got every one that you've produced, and the one with the black coffee.
Masters of Vitality.
Yeah, the Vitality one. Yeah. On the back, it's got the brutality tour, and you even put Leicester UK, which was a little bit of a nod to shout out to me.
Yeah.
To your customers. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, it really is good. Really is cool.
That's awesome. So I gotta ask, because I'm sure you get this a lot. England is known for its tea drinkers and not its coffee drinkers. What is it like to be so into a coffee company in England?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, everybody drinks tea here. It's tea.
Yeah.
And coffee is mainly the instant stuff. They open a jar, teaspoon, and that's it. They put it in there, and that's okay. That's fine. But I just like filter coffee. Was where I started at. When I got Death Wish Coffee, I was using a sort of like a drip filter, drip filter machine put in there. That was nice. But since then, I've gone on to different methods, and as I've gone on, I've started to appreciate coffee more.
Yeah.
So now my taste buds is like the appreciation of different flavours, different notes of the qualities of coffee. So being a coffee drinker in a tea drinking country, I'm sort of like I wouldn't say outcast, but they just say, oh, he's into his coffee again. Like and at work, I've got my Death Wish coffee mugs, and I take a little thermos full. So I probably have about 3 or 4 cups a day whilst I'm at work.
Awesome.
And that's that.
So what do you do for a job? What does coffee fuel you to do?
Well, my job, I work in what they call traffic management, which I don't know if you have over there. We close roads. If it's got highway maintenance or there's an accident, we'll shut the road.
Yeah.
So we go out and put signs out, then we call them cones, load of cones out, and just to annoy the general road users around here. So they're driving along like, I've got a road closed sign, and we just send them on all sorts of weird trips and detours. Sometimes it can go 20 or 30 miles out the way. They love it.
Sounds a little maniacal, a little evil.
Last year, Mike and Taya came. John and Eric were over in London.
Yeah, that was so great.
That's right. They came over especially to see me.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. So no, I was really honoured when Kane reached out on the messenger and said, "Look, Tim, we're in London. Do you want to come down and see us? We'd love to see you." I thought, why would they want to come and see me? But no, that's just another thing about the company. You know, the people that are working for the company just really want to reach out to the customers, and they're not, like I said, they're not customers. We are friends.
Yeah, you've become a friend of ours.
I met Taya and Kane first of all, and Mike joined in, and John came along, and Eric's a fantastic bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He really is a funny, jolly guy. Yeah, I love Eric. Eric's the best.
Heck yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough for sitting with us and talking with us on the Death Star. And I gotta finally say, I've been noticing it the whole time. I love the TARDIS in the background.
Oh yes.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, everybody loves the TARDIS.
Gotta love the Doctor when you live in England,
I
right?
want to come and have a fight. All right.
That's amazing.
I've got a cool thing here. This is
Whoa!
Motorhead. They do a beer over here called Road Crew.
Oh, I bet you that's delicious.
That's like one of those.
Yup, a little
Yeah.
a tap head, yeah.
That's right, you know. So that's why I thought, well, if I can ever sort myself some do some of my own nitro, I'll get into
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, maybe we can make that
Loud
happen.
music as well. I've always been into loud music. You know, so the whole ethos of the company and the people, music, friendliness, thoughtfulness, sharing, brilliant. It's just me.
Well, that's why we wanted to talk to you, because you're such a big part of the community,
Yeah.
and we're so glad that everybody on the show can now meet you for real.
Yeah. Really, yeah. I've enjoyed it, and it's been great speaking to you, and you, Sierra.
The Fueled by Death guest.
All right, this week's guest, it's another employee episode.
You get to meet everybody tied with Death Wish today.
Yeah,
It's kind of
yeah.
a smorgasbord of who's who at Death Wish.
I love doing these employee episodes, and this
Oh my God,
one
what did you do?
is no different. This is Ulliam Finn Murray as his full name, and he is one of our production all-stars. He is also doing some roasting now. He's a jack of all trades over there. One of the reasons why this company is doing as well as it is, and we wanted to get him in here and talk about what he does here, what he does when he's not here, because he's got some really cool hobbies that both Dustin and I enjoy as well. And I had to ask, where does a name like Ulliam come from? And I want to give you guys a sneak peek of the episode that premieres tomorrow with Ulliam that answers that question right here. And don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
What kind of name is Ulliam?
Okay.
I'm
So-
sure you've gotten this before in your
Yes,
life.
I have gotten
Okay.
this quite a lot.
It's like William, but they forgot most of the W.
Yeah, they just
It's
kind of
such
said,
an
"Whoops."
interesting name to me. I'm very curious
So
about this.
my father's from the UK. He's from York in Northern England.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not English. His mother was Irish, my grandmother, and his father was Scottish. So
Whoa.
when he had me, I'm the oldest, me and my sister. When he had me, he wanted to name me something very unique and different. So there were a lot of names thrown around, like Padraig, but my mom denied that because she didn't.
That's good.
Good mom.
She didn't want her son to be grown up as Paddy, which.
Oh,
just
true.
obviously-
I didn't even think of that. I was
So,
just like Padraig.
And then my dad wanted to call me Finnegan.
Oh, okay.
My mom still kind of passed on that. Finn is my middle name, so my dad kind of
I
wanted
like
a little bit.
Finn. Finn's all right.
Yeah.
But then they settled on Ulliam because it's the old Scottish form of William, but it's not the old form. Like the old form is something ridiculous that I can't even say. It's like Uliak or something
Yeah,
like that.
very
Like
Scottish, yeah.
Yeah, like my sister has it worse. Her name is Leashak Sinead. So
Leashak.
Leashak.
Oh,
So,
wow.
we-
So, were you born in America or were you born in UK?
I was born in Atlanta.
You were born in Atlanta,
Yeah.
which is part of America.
I was about to say, is that
Yes, no, yes. Well,
Atlanta, Ireland?
arguably Georgia is a part of America, but
Sorry, our Georgian
sorry to everybody in
listeners.
Georgia.
Happy birthday! Surprise! I'm naked.
All right, birthdays this week. We just got a couple. I want to start on Thursday, July 5th, with the iconic rapper and actor RZA. RZA is turning 49 years old. If you don't know who RZA is, that's a shame, and you should go listen to one of our favorite podcasts, Mr. Throwback Thursday, and they'll school you all on who RZA is. RZA is one of the founding members of the Wu-Tang Clan. Has released all the albums with the Wu-Tang Clan, including a couple solo albums. And like I said, he got into acting, too. He not only acted in this movie, but had his hand in directing and writing it as well. The Man with the Iron Fists. As a martial arts fan, what did you think of this movie?
It was all right.
It was all right. It was very campy. It was very Wu-Tang martial artsy.
I've seen the Wu-Tang guys get tied up in some really great martial arts movies.
Yeah.
This wasn't necessarily one of them.
Yeah, and I think he made a sequel of it, too, right? Man in the Iron Fist 2? I think he did. Yeah, I don't think I saw the sequel, but I did see this movie.
The sequel, Man in the Iron Mask, with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, that's the one.
They decided to get away from Kung Fu and more into the dramatics. They love the Musketeers.
But I like me some RZA. I like me some Wu-Tang Clan. On Friday, July 6th, we have two awesome birthdays, starting first with Kevin Hart. Is going to be 39 years old. Kevin Hart, obviously star of stage and screen, with incredibly huge comedy specials. This dude sells out stadiums now.
He's a hard-working dude, that's for sure.
It's crazy. And, I don't know how it happened, but this small little comedian became friends with one of the biggest muscular stars out there, The Rock, and now they do all sorts of movies together where they've
amazing.
Done a bunch of movies, Jumanji and Central Intelligence, and tons of them. Tons of different movies out there with those two paired. Really cool dude.
You know, Death Wish went out and met him. You have it.
Of course I do.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, if you don't have it, you got to plug it in the show.
No, freaking. We sponsored a Poker Central event and last year, and Kevin Hart was one of the celebrity poker players. And these guys got to meet him, and he was really nice. Got to meet him and his family, and he was out there high rolling with poker, which is a lot of fun. So happy birthday to Kevin. But also on Friday, July 6th, happy 72nd birthday to Sylvester Stallone.
Jeez, and the dude still has muscles, man.
Yeah, he works hard.
Woo!
He has always been a proponent of, a good diet and a good exercise.
Yeah.
Ever since his Rocky days. And he
inspired a lot of people to be healthy
really
too. Drink raw eggs and run around the block.
Back in the day, when there was a lot of initiatives in schools and stuff, it was him and Arnold Schwarzenegger, who were like, get out there, get exercising, get healthy, and not only famous for his Rocky movies, but also The Expendables, which I have a soft spot in my heart for because I love those movies. They're a lot of fun.
All right.
It's
They're
just
all right. I got a lot more soft spots for Sylvester Stallone. Demolition Man.
Demolition Man for sure.
Oh man, so many.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the recent movie last year, Creed, or the upcoming Creed 2, which I'm very excited about. But they're continuing the story of Rocky in a very awesome and interesting way.
Creative, man.
Yeah.
It's a creative way to pick the story back up, and I like it.
It's
do too. Super interesting. It's almost like how a good book series would move.
Yes.
Very smart.
Very, very smart. So a happy birthday to everybody out there, and let's roast something.
I smell a roast.
Does it smell like burning sulfur?
A little bit.
Maybe some barbecued meats or a campfire, perhaps.
Yeah. In honor of the holiday, I like when we do the roasts and we kind of dive into holidays a little bit more.
We kind of like debunk the holidays. I love it.
Yeah, I like that. So in honor of the July 4th Independence Day holiday, I wanted to dive into that a little bit, and I found out some stuff that some of it I knew, some of it I didn't. I thought it was kind of interesting. First of all, the holiday started on July 4th, 1777. The July 4th, directly after the famous July 4th, 1776. John Adams, one of the founding fathers of this country, he wrote his wife on July 3rd, 1776, about the Declaration of Independence, and said the day should be marked with, quote, pomp and parade, with shoes, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward, forevermore. And fireworks and parades started in 1777.
We do a pretty good job of that. I think.
Yeah, that was exactly what it is. And we've, celebrated it as a country ever since.
You ever watch that HBO series, John Adams?
Yes, incredible.
So good.
So
If you haven't
good.
watched that, and if you have access to it, watch it right now.
Yeah.
For the July 4th spirit, you must.
Yes, it's really, really good. Here's something that a lot of people don't know, though. The holiday is actually 2 days late. The Second Continental Congress, pictured here, voted for a Declaration of Independence on July 2nd, prompting John Adams to write his wife that letter. In fact, no one actually signed the Declaration of Independence at any time during July of 1776. July 4th of 1776 was when it was finally edited. It took 2 days to edit, and then the press talked about it. So all the newspapers were dated July 4th, 1776. The Declaration,
But that's when everybody really
knew about it.
Yeah.
But it was the inception of it was actually July 2nd, and that was the day that John Adams was talking about in the letter to his wife.
Interesting.
That he wanted people to be revering this the whole time. Signing began actually on August 2nd with the very famous large John Hancock signature right in the center there. And it wasn't completed until late November of that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was an ongoing thing. It wasn't instant as we tend to believe.
Right. I thought that was pretty interesting. Another myth out there is the party that America had when we finally declared our independence in 1776 cracked the very famous Liberty Bell.
That just sounds like a stupid myth. I'm just assuming. I don't actually know.
The story is that people rang the famous bell so much that it cracked. That's not the case. Not to say that they didn't ring the bell. This bell definitely existed at that time. It definitely was in the square, and they definitely rang it during the celebration of us declaring our independence. But it actually was very poorly made, and it cracked in 1752, way before this. Since then, it has been recast multiple times, and it's cracked multiple times. In fact, the version that you're seeing in this photo, and if you were to go to Philadelphia and view the actual bell with its crack today, that crack happened in the 19th century. And that was the exact same time that it was dubbed the Liberty Bell. It wasn't even called the Liberty Bell back then.
Yeah, it was just a bell.
It was just
It was just
the square bell.
probably the piece of crap bell that keeps on breaking that we have to keep on recasting.
Yeah.
Piece of crap.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
funny. That's funny.
It is funny. Some myths about July 4th are a little bit more modern than others, and of course the one I had to bring up was the Declaration of Independence does not hold any secret messages or maps on the Declaration of Independence.
What are you, Nicolas Cage?
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
As depicted in the movie National Treasure.
I hated those movies. Can we just roast those movies?
Sure.
Those were the worst. Those were the worst, Jeff.
I enjoyed the
Don't
first one.
hesitate. They were awful.
John
I think
Boyd,
that
Sean
may
Bean.
be the reason why I don't really like Nicolas Cage now that I think about it. Those movies were so terrible that they've ruined every Nicolas Cage movie for me out there except for 9mm, Bad Lieutenant, and was it Leaving Las Vegas or Las Vegas?
Raising Arizona.
No, I didn't like Raising Arizona. It's crap. It's crap because of National Treasure or whatever that was the name of the
National
movie.
Treasure,
It's
yes.
so dumb, dude. So dumb.
Well, in that movie, I don't know. Do I have a? Oh, I don't. In that
Good.
movie, there's shown to be a hidden map on the back of the Declaration of Independence that shows the fabled Templar gold, and but there is no hidden message in this document yet. What is unbeknownst to a lot of people, there is actually writing on the back of the original Declaration of Independence, and it simply says, Original Declaration of Independence dated July 4th, 1776. And the reason being is a large document, which there were many of these at that time, would have been rolled up to be transported wherever it was, and that would be the easiest way to figure out what is this big rolled piece of parchment?
Yeah.
As opposed to these other
It's
9
it's
that
like
I'm
a
carrying.
subject line to an email.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but a lot of people don't know that there is actual writing on the back of the Declaration
But
of
it's
Independence.
not a map. Nicolas Cage, get out of here.
Finally, there is a very romantic myth out there about Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. The story goes that on July 4th, 1826, John Adams died, and his last words that he uttered were "Jefferson survives," and saying that his final thoughts were of his friend and his colleague. There is absolutely no evidence out there to support this claim. This has been a very romanticized version of this. Yet the truth of the matter is that both men did die on July 4th, 1826. Yet Thomas Jefferson beat John Adams by several hours, and he was hundreds of miles away at his own home.
But that's kind of crazy still.
Yes,
I can see why, like, one person says, oh, they died both on the same day. And then
Yes.
another person's like, they died on the same minute.
Yeah.
And then the next jerk is like, the last thing he said was Jefferson survives. It's just one of those, the fish gets bigger, you know?
They were friends and colleagues. They were also rivals. They also butted heads on a lot of policy. Again, watch the John
I
Adams.
just can't talk about it
Yeah.
enough. John Adams, HBO, it's July 4th. Get into the spirit.
Yeah.
Watch that series. So good.
But they do deal with a lot of their relationship, and that's why I think that this was romanticized in this way, because they did at the end of their life start writing letters to one another again, and I think it was just like, wouldn't it be nice to think that the two of the most incredible founding fathers of this country were thinking of each other and dying on the same day.
Yeah.
Like it's that national myth.
Well, I like that idea of these men who were like, they were respected rivals.
Yes.
They butt heads a lot, but they
Yes.
respected each other, but probably pissed each other off
Totally.
a lot until they were too old to care about it anymore and became friends. I love that idea.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
that idea.
Me too. So once again, if you're watching this live or if you're not, hope you had a very happy 4th of July.
D-Man's Death Wish Update. Brought to you by Death Wish Coffee.
All right.
There is no better way to celebrate an American holiday than to buy some coffee the day after.
Yeah, darn right.
I think of the Boston Tea Party and, kind of giving the middle finger to tea.
Yeah.
And everything it represents. And
Yeah.
the evil empire, the British Empire.
Yeah.
And we'll drink coffee and talk of revolutions. And the best way to do that is buy a whole bunch of coffee. And tomorrow you can do that.
Yes.
If you buy 2 pounds of Death Wish, you will get a third one for free.
For free.
Just because it's the day after July 4th, and it's the American thing to do.
Again, this is one of those deals that we do that's a lot of fun, because you can either be selfish and stock up your stores of coffee, or buy 2 get 1 free. You got one you can give away as a gift. Get your friends as Death Wish coffee drinkers now. It's the perfect way to make it happen.
Or you can find that middle ground of you keep it all yourself, but you're brewing your friend's coffee all the time.
Yeah.
You can be the coffee dude showing up with a Stanley thermos full of coffee being like, would you like some Death Wish on this
Yeah.
trying day? And they would be like, hell yeah, I need a pick-me-up.
So I gotta ask then, because I don't even know. Is this is for Death Wish coffee? Is it for all varieties?
It's for ground and whole bean.
Ground and whole bean.
1 pounders.
1 pounders. There
That's
you go.
it.
But
That's
I mean,
it.
I think that is a great deal.
And here's a kicker. Here's a little added on. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
If you take part in such an awesome sale, we will thank you by sending you a little 2-inch Death Wish patch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Death Wish logo right on a patch. We know you guys love patches out there, and we try to do as many as we can. And we got these, and we're excited. We wanted to say thank you. So anybody who makes this purchase tomorrow, the buy 2 get 1, will get a free patch.
And it's a little patch. I like it because you can fit it in just about anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Cool little doodad.
Yeah, very cool. Speaking of cool, if you guys have been following, first of all, deathwishcoffee.com/contests. Not only do you get to enter all of the contests we do every single week, but that's some of your best ways to find brand new products that are coming out. And we've got a sock pack coming out very, very soon. I actually got the socks right here.
They're so nice.
So nice. So we got the black and red ones with the baseball tee logo on them, which is rad. I love those. And then we got white socks with the just straight Death Wish coffee at the top. Look at that. Nice and stretchy. Freaking love them.
These are great socks, and I wear them a lot, and I beat them up, and they still hold up.
Yeah. And we love doing the socks. We know that when we've done them before, everybody really loves them. So we wanted to do something different this time and do 2 different varieties, but you get them both because we're selling them as a 2-pack. So,
I'm just stoked for myself.
Yeah.
Seriously, I wear these all the time, mostly for deadlifting. When you deadlift, you scrape the bar on your shins.
Yeah.
So the best way to combat that is a high-quality shin-covering sock. These are perfect for it, and you look pretty cool in the gym.
Yeah.
You get to be the Death Wish guy.
Yeah, you do. So those are coming out really, really soon, within the next couple of weeks, guys. So keep your eye out for that. I say this all the time like a broken record. Subscribe to our newsletter. Follow Dustin on Instagram. Go to our contest page for sure. deathwishcoffee.com/contest. That honestly, we do a lot of contests for products before they're released. So that's one of your best ways to know about these products that are coming out. And you have a chance to win it before you can even buy it. How cool is that?
Pretty cool.
Speaking of stuff that's coming out, another fan favorite that we had to redo this year because we love doing these is we're coming out with new sunglasses. They look a lot like the old ones. They're a little bit better quality. They've got, instead of 2 different things on the sides, they have the Death Wish Coffee Company logo on both sides this time. And they're just rad. They're just rad glasses.
And perfect timing for such a bright summer.
Yeah. And we're going to be coming out with these real soon. And what's cool about these is that you designed a box for them. Now, that might not sound like a huge thing, but before we were giving these in orders where you would order, coffee and sunglasses or whatever, and we kind of just haphazardly put this in with your order. Now these are going to have their own box, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think that's cool.
Taya expressed the idea and the want, and I called up some of the companies that I work with. I was like, what can we do? And we made a cool little box that it's going to be, that high quality soft touch matte black with the spot gloss that I love so much.
Awesome.
So yeah, it'll be just a cool little addition.
I mean, we're always trying to level up the customer experience for you guys. That's why, we've got the new boxes for our coffee now, and we're always trying to upgrade stuff. We're trying to just make, when you get it, because I don't know about you, but when I order something, especially offline, and it comes in the mail, it's like mini Christmas,
Yeah.
But if it comes in like a manila envelope, it's like it's not as cool. Like, that's why we try to brand as much of our product packaging as we can, and really just try to level it up for you guys.
And that's a big reason why people love this company is the way it looks, the cool logo, the way it sounds when you say I drink Death Wish.
Yeah.
But then you actually have a good product behind it. So my side of the packaging, I try to uphold that love of that logo and our just style that we exude.
Yes. Yes. So unless you have any secrets, I think that's pretty much it.
I have secrets.
Yeah? You're going to keep them secret?
For now.
All right.
I'll post something soon.
All right. Tune in next week for more from Death Wish Coffee Company on The Update. And that's the show, guys. One last time, make sure you shared the show and dropped a comment. In those comments, one lucky winner is going to win this industrial mug. Dustin and I will sign it and send it right out to you. Thanks so much for watching the show. Thanks so much, if you are watching the show, for taking time out of your July 4th to spend a little bit of it with us. And don't forget to tune in to the podcast tomorrow. It's another employee episode with our own Ulliam Murray. We had a lot of fun talking to him You'll learn about some of the inner workings of Death Wish Coffee Company, and you'll get to nerd out with 3 nerds.
I'm going glamping today.
Oh, yeah, that too. That's happening. We'll hear about that next week.
Do you guys know what glamping is? I didn't know what glamping was.
It's a thing.
It seems like it's a like some sort of hipster term, right?
It is. It's totally a hipster term.
And it's kind of like a hipster thing to do, right?
It is a hipster thing to do, but good luck with it.
I just wanted to camp with my dog.
Yeah, you, the girl, and the dog. That'll be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be beautiful.
And like I said, don't miss tomorrow's show. You can follow us on social media. It's really easy. First of all, follow the company at Death Wish Coffee across all social media. But I am at Jeff Wish Coffee.
And I am at Death Wish Dustin.
It's that easy. And next week we'll be back, and we're going to recap all of the adventures I got into when I got to go down to NASA to watch the rocket launch the International Space Station with our coffee on it. And I can't wait to tell you guys about all of that.
Well, we can't wait to hear about it, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see you guys next week. And thanks again for tuning in. Bye.
Cheers.